Send the message. Boom. And record. Welcome everybody to yet another Monster Mash. This is where we test out a monster that I have built for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. However, we're going to step away from Pathfinder this evening to instead test out a creature built for Starfinder 2nd Edition. Now, obviously, 2nd Edition Starfinder is compatible with Pathfinder 2nd Edition, so this can be run in either one. However, it uses stuff like the robot and tech trait, and because of that, I have allowed my players to build Starfinder 2nd Edition characters using the playtest rules. So, with them being mentioned, let me go ahead and introduce them. Naturally, as almost always the case, we have my good old buddy Decaf with us. And
Heck
Decaf,
yeah.
you were very excited to play this because when I first
Heck
brought it
yeah.
up, I was going to bring in I already had a fourth person set. And so our usual group, somebody had to sit out. And you had talked about like you might be the one to do so until you heard it was Starfinder.
Always.
So who is this character you were so excited to play?
All right, so for the three of you who are in this chat with me today, you might be familiar with a character of mine by the name of Korani. Well, now I'm introducing Nemea, the mystic version of her, in place of an oracle. Very similarly, she dabbles with the shadow mystery instead of a oracle with a shadow bloodline, and let's just say she's a little less focused on healing from the spell side because she just happens to have her vitality pool instead.
All right, very cool. And we'll see how well you do at keeping your allies alive.
Yeah.
Speaking of some of those allies, let me go ahead and introduce the other regular here, Shy. Shy,
Well,
you're
hello
using
there.
some art pulled from the play test. A very colorful
Mhm.
character. Who do we have here?
Absolutely. I have aptly named this character Zerx.
So
You
cute.
decide what aptly means in your own mind. I am playing a skittermander, skitter-raised entertainer. All of the fun you can think of as an envoy.
An envoy, okay. I noticed when I was like looking through items because I helped build an upcoming character here that there's a Diva's microphone.
Yes, I have it. There
Do
is
you have
not even
that?
a question.
I did also think it was weird that the Diva's microphone was a worn item and not like held or something, but
Hey, I could imagine it being a health thing, but when you're dancing and moving, that's got to be strapped on.
I guess.
That's Stage Crew 101.
All right. Well, on backup vocals, we have Vorthis. And Vorthis, you were also excited to jump in on this. Who do you got for us this evening?
I got Laura Voss, who is a La Junta Solarian. I was really excited to try to play a Solarian, see how it works. That's like one of my favorite classes from Starfinder.
It's fair. Yeah, we'll have to check it out. I think each of the classes so far, because we've done a Starfinder sort of test before for Monster Mash, I don't think we had any of these classes so far. Now, we did have an operative last time, but this time, we've got a new player who's going to be running our operative. I'd like to welcome back a dear friend of mine. He's been on Monster Mashes before. We got him back for this one, Larry. Larry, you have a character that I built because you didn't quite have time to put it together yourself.
I appreciate it.
And so I will be the one to introduce Lenny the Luddite, who is a somewhat self-hating android who, after years of working in IT and things of that nature, has come to despise technology and computers. And this manifests in him being an infiltrator operative that has a tendency to cause other machines to glitch. Though
I feel that on my soul.
if his own tech starts glitching, he does of course have uh, percussive maintenance.
Yeah,
Yes.
very very cool.
Classic IT response, yes.
Yep.
Can confirm.
So, Larry, welcome back. How you been?
Good, good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm happy to have you. Now, speaking of which, hey, Dinnerman in the chat. Great to see you, buddy. Thanks for at least stopping by.
Let's see, is he rooting for the monsters or for us today?
I'm sure I'll have Hobo Boy on my side once he gets in here. But, let's set the scene a little bit. So you are all somewhat seasoned adventurers, and you have been working in this city for a while. When suddenly you see, amongst many of the other citizenry of this place, of this urban area, a comet come hurtling towards the earth, and you actually see it crash into a construction site. The earth shakes, the alarms go off, and people begin to scatter. And this scattering is soon joined with screams, and you can hear like the blast of like fire and explosions, and you see like a car suddenly go turning tumbling out of the like site and everything. And being the heroes of you are, you swiftly rush to see what is happening. Now, as you approach the site, you see a crater. You see some like ice crystals forming on like nearby stuff. You see other stuff on fire, but you initially don't see any threat. However, as you sort of like glance around, you hear the sound of a jet. And you look up and you see a very like a light fighter jet, a light this is sort of very small, meant to be very maneuverable, very fast. But you see it swoop overhead, and it cuts low, like you can feel the wind sort of like following in its aftermath. And as it rises back up, it begins to shift. Panels rise, they shift, they turn around, and suddenly this just like figure drops and back down into the dirt, and a big cloud springs up around its feet. And as like you're trying to like see what in there, you hear this chunk 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 chunk, and a dual-barreled tank rolls out of the dust. Its cannons hover on you briefly before once again it begins to change, things moving, panels lifting, parts extending, and suddenly a humanoid figure, huge in size, stands before you. I'll move him up just a tiny bit. This individual is composed of this sort of drab tan armor, highlighted by occasional purple paneling and a little bit of red here and there. His face is a icy sort of blue with red glaring eyes, one of which is circular, resembling almost a monocle. And as it focuses on you, it's got sort of nictating lens that seems to zero in on you in a like cultured accent. Ah, the resistance has come. Suddenly the face shifts and almost sort of like spinning, and now it is a red lantern-jawed face, with a underbite and visor instead of like the separated eyes. We will crush them underfoot! Suddenly the face shifts again, and it's now just this solid black face with almost blazing eyes and a jagged, toothy grin. And dance in their remains! And the creature in question looks like this. Now, I don't have the other faces in the art here, This art is borrowed from Victor Red. I did get permission this time. But yeah, this is what you see standing before you.
Ew.
Very
Oh,
cool
boy.
description. And art.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and reveal him. The face reverts once more to the blue one. It seems to be its sort of center. And as it locks eyes on you, we're gonna go ahead and get this fight started. I'm gonna put my counter tracker down there for now. All right, so you guys got lots of stuff here to move around in. If you have any questions about the terrain, feel free to ask. But otherwise, just gonna get into it.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Ooh, Namiya's going first. All right, now I'm gonna kick it off with something about this character here. As we roll for initiative, I have to roll a d20. I have to make a flat check.
Interesting.
Oh, and also on initiative, I can actually attune as a free action.
Oh,
So I
look at
will-
you.
Yep, I'm gonna attune to Graviton.
Oh, I gotta check something.
All right, that is a failure. So
Okay.
I mentioned that he had like sort of the blue face. Suddenly that face switches as combat begins back into the red face. This is sort of lantern-jawed red face. And he sort of snarls at you. But Namiya, you are the first to act. You're more on the jump than he is.
I don't want my allies to get touched too much, so I'm gonna start with a real quick attempt at recalling knowledge at what this is potentially.
Certainly. You can do crafting. Society technically applies here.
Mhm.
To learn about more the specific individual.
Okay.
I think those are probably going to be your best bets.
Okay. Sadly, unlike Karani, I'm not good at either of those.
Oh no. What skill were you thinking of using, possibly?
I should have trained in computers, obviously, looking at this guy. No. I mean, it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before from where, like, the rest of us might be from. Could I lean into dimensional lore? See if it's an otherworldly thing.
It's more interplanar, but I'll give it to you to give
Interplanar,
something
okay.
to you.
Sure. I gotta try, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And hey,
See,
I
let
like
it all
it.
start running
I
around.
want to encourage players recalling knowledge.
It's only a
Unfortunately,
27, yeah.
I cannot do so because I did put the DC a little bit higher since it wasn't the right sort of lore, and that is going to be a failure.
That's fair. All right. Well, because I don't know anything about this and I want to play it safe, what I'm going to do.
But you know what I
is
will do?
I'm-
I'll give you a hero point for actually using recall knowledge.
Hey, I try every
I
now and
appreciate
again.
it.
It's very rare, but as a caster, I feel like I have more opportunities to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't maybe slow it down. We're gonna try and
okay.
keep it over there. I'm gonna go ahead and cast an Eldritch Wrath upon it.
20-foot burst. Okay. Channel the unshakable
So-
powers that exist beyond the outer reaches of the universe. All right, so it has to make a will save.
And I'm gonna place that like right here,
Okay. Ooh.
so that
It's difficult terrain for any creature sickened by the effects of the spell. Okay, so if he clears his sickened, he can
then
move
he
through
should be fine. Yeah.
it. Okay, that's interesting. It still eats up his actions. I like that. That's very cool. Here we go. Just barely a failure.
Oh, thank goodness.
Exactly a failure, honestly.
All
So-
right then.
He will take the sickened
Here-
one.
Beautiful.
Decent damage.
Yeah. And that
Okay.
should be my turn.
All right, that means it is going to be his turn. Okay. Well, actually, at the start of his turn, I have to make a flat check. So let's do that. Okay, he is good. He doesn't seem to change or anything. Puny fleshlings. He is going to spend an action to draw a sword. This like massive blade that he wields in one hand. He is going to spend another action. It's almost like less strong and almost more transforming. His one limb becomes this like massive cannon. And I mean, you guys are familiar enough with combat that you can tell he has armed himself with a flamethrower in his other limb. But rather than marching forward, I suppose he's going to take the time to make a fort save and attempt to remove this second. I will spend my villain point. Okay. He is no longer second. But that is all three of his actions. So, Lenny.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my arc rifle.
Okay.
And I'm assuming he's going to do a two-handed.
Yep, yeah, it is a two-handed weapon.
Okay. Yeah. And then let's see if I can get some better positioning. Is this like a fence that will cover me or like cover my shot, or if I try to get like over
This
in
thinner one
area,
will not, but like these,
something like this
yeah, would.
will. Okay. All right. So let's go over Shmia. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Oh, nope. It's not what I I forgot how to pivot. That was
Every
20
time. It happens every time.
It's spacebar,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I did, but it moved it.
Try right click
Right click.
while holding left click.
Okay, hang on. Let me. Sorry.
Worthless. got
Again,
it. Worthless,
Yeah,
what are you?
I'm holding control before I do any kind of clicking.
Okay.
it is
So
space.
That places
It is
waypoint.
space. Oh boy, it's something different for everybody.
Oh no.
Oh no. If you're doing measurement, I think. So like if you have the measurement tool out, I think it's right click.
Start measuring.
Nope, it's not.
Press-
No,
I swear
you
it
hold
changes
control
every
when you
freaking time, man.
Yeah.
Foundry, get it together.
Okay.
You got it?
I got it.
Cool.
All right. Cool. Space. Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
So you place the waypoint and then you hit base.
And then you hit space. Dope. Thank you. Okay. So I can't take the aim action because I guess that's 2 actions already.
Did it take you 2 actions to get there?
It took me 1 action to draw, right?
Yep,
Unless I
you are
have,
correct. So you've used 2
unless I have
actions
a
so
feat.
far.
Yeah. So can I just shoot without aiming?
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
possible? All right. Cool. So let's try that.
So hover over him and press T. Over
Oh, the
Blitz,
other
over
guy.
Blitzwing.
Got you.
Yep.
Right.
So you're targeting him, and then make an
Okay.
attack.
And this is no ammo battery.
Oh, we have to load
I'm
your-
assuming yeah. I'm
I gave
assuming
you
it's
ammo.
Oh
already
goodness.
loaded.
Just
Yeah.
Shoot.
Okay, you're loaded. We're just gonna have to like reload after every strike, pretty much, with you.
Mm-hmm. Did that not attack?
You haven't attacked yet. There we
Okay,
go.
There it is.
31. That is a hit.
All right. Damage. I'm assuming that's all good.
Okay. 13 points of damage. This electricity streaks from your rifle, shocking this creature, and you can see it arcing through its body as it snarls at you. That's all 3 of your actions, bringing us to Laura.
Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna spend 2 action to
Laura from marketing.
kind of move over to here, try to
Okay.
get to cover. My last action, I would also like to try to recall knowledge. I will use, you said Society was available?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will use Society for that.
Alright, go ahead and give me a roll. Ooh. That is no bueno.
Unfortunate. That'll be all 3 of my actions.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love you guys to succeed on these checks, so I could give you some information. Will Zerx be the one to do it? Alright, what
Speaking
you
of
got?
Zerx, I think Zerx starts off with, okay, wait, so we're not this Blitzwing. Nope, I don't know that name. This thing wants to crush us underfoot. We don't want to help it.
No, we want to fight.
Oh. Okay. I'll help you fight it.
When he's over there. Dallas
and then-
technology.
Yep.
And then completely flops from the confusion to just far more confidence and far louder. Get him, guys! As they use. Get him.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it has to be within 60 feet. Ooh, okay.
So
Hold
like
that
a
thought.
creature
God,
within
you're so
60
far
feet
away.
within
Hold the
60.
frick up.
You're gonna have to
All
get
right.
closer.
You see the wings on the back of Zerx unfurl.
Ooh.
All right, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet forward.
There you
Right
go.
over the barrier.
You land atop the barrel, balancing precariously.
Probably set themselves up a stage.
Yep.
Get them!
Alright, so that creature takes a -1 circumstance penalty to AC and reflex saves until the beginning of your next turn.
Yep. However, I don't have any weapons yet, so I gotta get those out.
So you
But
cannot.
that's fine,
So no leading by
because-
example.
Nope, no leading by example this time. But it's okay. Because even though I have 6 arms, I'm not at least filling all of them when I do a double draw. So we'll grab a gun and a club.
A club. Okay. Zerx is ready for either type of encounter here.
Now, I believe technically this is... I have a phase shield, which I think would technically be on the arm already. It's just not raised.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm going to put it there and just not do anything with it.
All right. Namiya.
All right. Well, I mentioned that I got some new abilities courtesy of Orada, so I'm going to start using those. I'm going to look over at Lenny and just know that you are within 60 feet of this creature, which works for me. And I'm going to go ahead and cast a network spell. So this is going to cost me 3 points out of my vitality pool as
Okay.
I transfer a spell to be cast from his position
Oh.
as I target this creature with a 3rd rank Agonizing Despair.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that's
just-
so cool.
Yeah. So using him as a relay. I think
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that is awesome.
Wow.
I love that they rolled this into just like the class features and not just a separate
a
feat.
feat. Yeah. That's usually what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yes!
I almost want to make it a critical failure. Because I get to do
Nah.
something if it's a critical failure.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
All right. 16 mental damage. Frightened.
There's all 3 of my actions.
2. All right. That brings us back around to his turn. Gotta make my flat check. Okay. So the red one remains in charge. And he does not like being hit. He's gonna come up. Oh boy. Well, his only real options. Whoops.
Is it the little one?
No. Doesn't tell me how
It's
long.
okay. I
my
don't blame him.
second
Even the
movement
vest
is.
didn't know what to do with these things.
Alright, let's see. It's 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, he's gonna move like this. That gets him within 15 feet of Zerx, as well as 15 feet of you, Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
And so, using his impressive reach as a huge creature, he swings this blade out towards you in a strike.
Lenny, watch out!
Oh!
I hope my monster gets to do something. Okay. It looks like that is
not
still a hit.
Crit.
Yeah.
Not a crit though.
Yeah, it looks like it would have been a crit if I was not frightened and you did not have watch out.
Nice.
Alright, so I'm gonna give you some damage, however that is not going to be all the damage. A almost barbaric roar erupts from this figure as he slashes at you with his sword, channeling his fury into some extra damage. So whatever damage this deals is going to deal plus 4 on top of it. So here's the damage. Ooh. 27 points of damage to Lenny.
All right.
And that covers his turn, bringing us to Lenny's turn.
How do I take 27 of that?
So just take the 23 damage, and then if you right click, your health should come up beneath your bar. Just reduce that by 4.
I see.
There you go. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. taking the
You said it
damage.
was my turn?
It is.
All right, talk to me. How do I get up here?
Well,
I've got
this is-
jump boots.
Ooh, okay. How high do they let you jump?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it like it produces a jump
blast
spell?
Boots. Blast feet cast jump on you. Yeah.
You jump 30 feet in any direction without touching the ground.
Alrighty then.
I'd say you can get up here. Yeah, if you want to be up there.
Cool. Well, shoot, if it's 30 feet, can I end up right here?
Sure.
All right. Yoink.
Puts you a little bit more on level with this guy.
Yeah, now I'm gonna aim
Okay.
and so use that. Apply effect.
So
Okay,
I think,
cool.
yep, you got the aim effect on you. Perfect.
All right, and then I'm gonna fire. You cannot perform this action. It is
Gotta
not
reload.
loaded. What?
Yeah, just every time after you fire, just hit the reload.
Ah, okay. But that doesn't. It's not an action until I'm out of rounds.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, I got it.
It's how it works.
I see.
All right, that is
32.
a hit.
All right.
Go ahead and give me some damage. I gotta remember to decrease my frightened. 21 points of damage, a solid hit against this creature. Further earning you its enmity. But that is all 3 actions. Which means we are looking at Laura Vosh's turn.
Alrighty. think we're just gonna kind of move in close because as a Solarian, I'm kind of a close range specialist. And there was a couple cool things I could do, but since it's only a single creature, they're not really that relevant.
Okay.
Okay, most of my abilities work better against multiple creatures, so we're just gonna go for a basic strike.
All right. Oh boy. Between the Frighten and Get 'em, that is a critical hit.
Alrighty. I kind of dab at him basically with what I'm imagining it's like a spear that's kind of made out of like dark energy.
Cool.
So doing the Graviton attunement
Okay.
with the Graviton Solarian crystal, he needs to make a Fortitude save.
Okay. I can do that. Success.
Alright, so he's not slowed, but because critical specialization with basically a spear, it's clumsy 1 until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then, just cause I haven't seen him like react to like Lenny moving and he was like in range. I'm actually gonna move back into cover here. Maybe back here. I don't think that's really gonna be cover against a flamethrower, admittedly, but better than nothing.
Sure.
I kind of like dash in here back above the thing, and that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Zerx. Sorry. There we go.
Lenny, hang in there! I just hear decaf to my left. Oh no.
This might
Alright,
be
you're
one
so
of those.
far away.
This might be one of those creatures that gets endless ferocity. I feel like.
Probably.
Something is wrong with the measurement. Noted. Because that should be 30 feet.
That is 30 feet.
Why is mine 25 on my screen?
What?
This says 25 for me.
Say 30 for me.
Weird.
What the frig?
That's a 25.
Alright, well, I'm going, I believe, right here. Can you measure to here? That's 30 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
30 to here.
All right, you dash right by this the
Starts.
guy.
Alright, and you should now be in, I don't know why that, yes, you are. And I'm still flying, so I probably just rose maybe 5 feet at most.
Okay.
But, you are now within 30 feet. Hang in there. I'm going to attempt a
Ooh.
DC 30 diplomacy check.
Okay.
So let's see here. Ooh.
Oh wow.
Does Skitter raised apply? Hold on.
Mm.
1 moment.
What does Skitter Ray say?
That's what I'm trying to find out. 1 moment. Oh, it's a heritage thing. Hold on. Okay, so I need... How do I look at the heritage? Oh, there we go. To aid an ally at a skill check. Okay, so no. This is not aiding them at a skill check. Good.
Nope.
Roll! Roll well, little me. That is not
Ooh,
rolling
boy, that's
enough.
failure.
Let's hero
Hero
point
point?
it because I have only one goal, and that is to help my friends.
Okay.
That is the Skitter lifestyle.
Gets
Beautiful.
Just barely.
Wow.
All right. On a success, you... Oh, I'm glad I re-rolled it, actually. On a success, you get temp HP equal to your level plus 5.
Very nice.
Very nice.
You should get 13 temp HP.
All right. 13.
Um,
Dope.
That was only one action. Wow. All right, 2 actions you've used so far. You got 1 remaining.
and I'm going to use my last action to say, now get him again!
To keep get him on there. Okay. And no lead by example. All right. That brings us into round 3 with Namiya.
Oh, I die. All right. I'm going to try and avoid this thing's ire as much as possible. I'm going to actually spend a second rank slot to wrap myself in shadows and disappear from sight. with
Ooh,
invisibility.
very cool.
And
That's only
then
2 actions. What else
Yep.
would you like to do?
And then I'm gonna move in my move speed to 25 feet so that I can keep Lenny in my vitality range.
Okay.
Come on, move. There you go. And that's my turn.
All right. This guy's turn. He's clumsy. He's frightened. Things are a little rough. However, okay.
Uh,
I can
I
do that.
think, BB, maybe I can ask you.
Mm-hmm.
My leadership style is in the spotlight,
Okay.
and at 6th, I
Oh,
get
wait a second.
as acts of leadership, perform and issue another directive, which I believe is, and maybe I'm misreading. It's hard to say. I think I would actually act as if leading by example.
So what is this ability? Can you throw it up in chat?
Oh yeah, here I can. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense here. All right, so let's see. Leadership style in the spot. Click that. There we go.
Acts of leadership level 6. What are acts of leadership?
And I don't know if that shows up under here. Is that where this shows up? Ah, here we go. Here we go.
Okay. When you use an active leadership
6th
after
level.
issuing one or more envoy directives earlier that turn, you can choose one envoy directive you activated. You grant the lead by benefit examples for that directive, even if you didn't.
So yeah, certain actions become your acts of leadership and grant you a benefit when you perform those acts.
So
When
you would
use
have
an act
needed
of
to use a
leadership
perform action, right?
or issue another directive,
That's what it's
right?
saying? Okay.
Because that's what the comma is, right? Or am I
I guess so.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, no, I think that's right,
directing your
because
team's actions is second
others
nature to you.
none of the others really establish that. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll remove this get 'em. I will reapply it, and I'll do lead by example.
Woohoo!
All right, my turn. D20. All right, I'm kind of fine with that in this case, because then I'm going to use my first action to step down here. I'm going to use
Well, hello.
I
2
do have a
actions.
reaction.
What's that?
I have a reaction.
He used a step, which
I
specifically does
see.
not trigger reactions.
I understand.
He is going to use Fire and Fury. He makes a Thermal Sword Strike, or a Tempered Sword Strike, that should say, Tempered Blade Strike, and a Flamethrower Area Fire. So, this Tempered Blade comes sweeping out against Lenny. Natural 20.
Woo!
I shall have my vengeance
You have
temp Yeah, you will. HP.
for 62 points of damage.
Okay.
Sorry, wait, plus 4, which would get doubled. 70 points of damage total.
Okay.
You do have the temp HP. Now, at the same time, as he swings out with that sword, he sort of glowers down at Zerx. Noisome rat! And he is going to unleash an area fire with a flamethrower. So I need you to make a reflex save there, Zerx.
Ah!
And it emerges in a 15-foot cone.
Mm.
Critical failure.
Uh-oh.
Good thing you spent that hero point. I don't got to worry about that. As you take
I don't think I have a thing for that yet.
40 points of
Oof.
fire damage, so just take the double on that.
That's a lot.
2 crits in 2 actions. All right, you know what? I'm feeling better about this guy already. But that is all 3 of his actions used up between the step and the fire and fury, leading us to Lenny's turn. Now, Lenny, yeah, it was a very good turn for the monster, as Dinnerman noted. Lenny, you're looking pretty hurt there.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
Don't have anything to heal, but I do have a force field.
Yes, yep, you can activate the force field, and it will grant you temp HP. I believe so. Force field, while your force field is active, any physical or any damage you would take is applied to the force field hit points first, before being applied to your hit points. If damage from an attack or effect reduces the force field to 0 hit points, you take any excess damage. The force field deactivates, and it can't be activated again for 10 minutes. So yeah, yours would take 20 points of damage, or it has 20 hit points, and it replenishes 4 hit points on your turn. And it is a single action to activate it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it.
Okay. Gives you at least some sort of buffer.
Yeah. Okay, so I get that 20
So
right
is
now.
it isn't exactly temporary hit points. It's the shield
Yeah.
has 20 hit points itself.
Oh, there's a space right here where I can do that. If it'll let me click on it. Oh, whoops. What the?
That is only going to be one action though. So once you have that, this sort of shimmering barrier rises up in front of you. Also, I am no longer frightened. Freed from my fear.
All right. Let's see. Let's do a
You got 2 actions left. You could do an aim. You got a couple 2-action abilities you could pull off.
Yeah, is this gonna get in my way if I end up like somewhere over here?
This I would say no to this one. These ones would, because they're like completed pillars.
Okay, so I'm just gonna build. I'm just gonna get some space in between us.
Okay. So this will be your second action.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go like that,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna do a Oh shit! I forgot to look at that too. Sorry. I'm actually gonna
Go there instead.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
So that way I'm still within that vitality. Jaunt. So can't do that. Can't do that. So just do a regular shot.
Okay.
Reload and go.
Fire again. That's gonna be another hit. Very consistent hits out of you. I don't like it.
Here's the damage.
Okay, 13 electricity. That is Lenny's turn, which brings us to Laura.
Okay. So I'm gonna move up a little bit, just to get in range.
Okay.
Because I am a psychic bully, I am going to cast an innate casting of Bio.
Oh, okay. Let's see the will save if I can succeed at least one check. Ooh. 3 on the die.
Fighting 2 again.
Frighten 2 again.
And that would be my turn.
You know what? I'm gonna do a little GM fiat just so we can test out stuff. I'm gonna say he rolled a natural 1 instead. He got a critical failure.
Okay.
But actually, no, wait, sorry. I don't need to do that. So he rolled a failure. So what you see happen is, as like fear starts to set into the features of this red face, suddenly the face shifts to the blue face as he shuns issues. And actually, I guess he goes to a random personality. So I'm going to roll a d4. 1 to 2 is going to be Cold Heart. 3 to 4 is going to be random. Ooh boy. Random's in the game. Okay, so his face switches to the black face with the jagged smile, almost like a jack-o'-lantern. And he reduces that failure to a success.
So frightened 1.
Ooh,
Yep.
I'm shaking in my chromium boots. All right. That brings
Bye-bye.
us to Zerx, correct? Because there was still 2 actions for you to cast.
Yep, there got in the bell.
All right, Shy. You feeling good? Feeling hot? What do you got?
Well, define good and hot. Anyways,
Well, hot as in on fire.
well, fair enough. Oh, that hurt. Don't you know it hurts to hit an entertainer like that? Besides, this is my role. This is what I do. I don't know what else to say to that, but it's a bon mot because it's a skitter.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
I'm enjoying this character too much.
Success. All right, so it's going to take a penalty on. Yep, just a success.
Will saves. Perception and will saves, yeah.
So, okay,
Beautiful.
I can remove get him because that was on your turn.
Indeed. Don't worry, it'll come back.
All
Because-
the status effect.
My clumsy's gone as well
Guys!
because that was only for a round, right?
Again!
Yeah, so we don't need to go to my next turn.
Okay. Will you be doing lead by example?
Yes. Just in general, because I am also attempting to attack them.
Okay. Yep. I have to ask because when I put the effect on there, it asks me right away.
Fair. As part of this, I'm actually going to make a strike. I would say that the main hands would have been the shield and the club. The gun is technically in a second pair of hands,
Okay.
so I won't be able to use that until I change my hands. But I am going to attempt to make a strike as a part of acquire asset.
Ah.
I may not have studied you before, but that doesn't matter. Take a
That
shot,
was
club.
almost a 1. All right. That is unfortunately going to miss.
Uh-oh.
All right. Which brings us to Namiya.
All right. Well, I've got him in sight, and he is in 60 feet. So my very first action is, we're gonna do a transfer of vitality. Let's see here. I don't think
Okay.
it gives the specifics other than it just does the thing. But Lenny, you heal back 38 hit points. 38.
Stop that.
Nice.
As it just you see like the shadows from where she's kind of standing start to deepen, and then they extend over to the building that Lenny's on and reach up and just wrap around him and start healing.
And
Ooh.
doing so, he becomes concealed.
Yep. You get that extra little touch there. And then that was one action. So from here, I'm going to pull out what looks to be a ridiculously oversized bandage that nobody else can see while I am still maintaining my invisibility. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna mosey on over here ever so riskily, as much as I maybe don't want to, so that
Okay.
I can get in range of a certain skittermander. And that is my turn.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll. I start off rolling my d20. I start off with my flat check. I might cheat a little bit on this. We'll see. Okay, I don't have to cheat. The random face seems to remain in charge. It seems to remain the dominant identity. And as it smiles broadly, oh, you like the singing? My favorite is the Blitzkrieg Bop. And he is going to use that ability.
Oh, which one's that one?
This one. So,
I'm aware. This is
What's-
the skitter actually asking.
what's going to happen is he is going to catch you in the flamethrower, and that is going to catch Namiya as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to need, because it's a 15-foot cone, and he's shooting that like this.
Yep.
Ooh, Namiya remains perfectly hidden.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see if the Skittermander can do the same. Alright, Skittermander's taken.
You're funny.
Alright, so, with this being... Let me just double check stuff with multiple identities. Okay. Yep, everything is still good. So you are going to take whatever I roll, plus 4. He's got a little extra damage packed in there. So 31 points of damage total to our friend there. And then we do the second part of the Blitzkrieg Bop, which is where you see this flamethrower shift and change slightly, and like the sort of like raging inferno inside it almost seems to like frost over as it becomes a zero cannon that he proceeds to fire in a 40-foot line.
Oh shit.
And I need you to make another save.
I
Okay, so here's the unfortunate
don't
part.
think I'm very dodgy.
Here's the unfortunate part about Blitzkrieg Bop. If there are any creatures in both areas, they receive 1 degree of success worse on their second save. So, your failure is going to be a crit failure.
I read the ability. Hurt me.
And so that's going to be, with the plus 4, 50 total damage, yeah. Alright.
And just this clump of fur just plops onto the ground.
Oh,
Alright. Oh, but you know what? There is something I forgot. While Random is in control here, he is confused. So he's going to be off guard to attacks and stuff like that.
all right.
All right. Well, I'm now behind Blitzwing, I guess.
Yeah, you'll be right there. Lenny.
All right. So you said they're off
No longer
guard.
frightened. Yep.
That changes things then. Let's let me see. No. Okay. I'm gonna stay here. Go ahead and aim.
Okay.
And then I will do. I'm gonna try to do a weakening shot.
Ooh, okay, so this is one of your feats, weakening shot. Let's throw that up in chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually don't need to make that aim to begin with, because part of weakening shot is you make an aim.
Oh, I didn't
So-
see that. Okay.
So if you want to use that first action for anything else, or afterwards, you can.
I am gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna go right here.
You still in range?
Yep.
Okay. So go and throw your... So you've got your... Throw your aim in there again, because that one went down.
Okay.
Apply effect. There we go.
And
Take
then
your
just
shot.
strike.
Yep.
All right.
Because it's off guard from being confused, that is a hit.
Yep, I see that.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead and roll your damage, and let me know if you want it to be clumsy 1 or enfeebled 1.
I forget which one. It's enfeebled's the
Enfeebled is
worst one, right?
strength-based rolls.
Right.
It's a lot of dice.
Yeah, no, we'll do clumsy. This thing's
Clumsy.
like shooting and stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
don't know.
I was gonna suggest that actually,
Okay.
Okay.
because I'm about to come in and use one of my special abilities.
That is
Hell yeah.
all 3 of actions, and actually I have to make a flat check because I got damaged while being confused. Yeah. Still confused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the pretty colors. Laura, it is your turn.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna kind of move up. Fortunately, off guard, because I'm about to do
Solarian
my
sneak attack.
Solarian thing, Binaric Assault.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say you sent that secretly to me.
Yeah, I
Um,
know because of the outhidden control for my push to top.
Make a strike with your solar weapon and solar shot, each using your current multiple attack penalty, and both at the same target.
Yep.
Okay.
And what I'm reading is if an attack hits, resolve the damage and effect, then swap my current attunement. I
Yep.
assume that means if I strike with the solar weapon and it hits, it will swap the attunement, which actually will matter for the solar shot.
Okay. Yeah, I love it.
So we're gonna start off with the solar weapon. Here
You
comes
got
the strike.
a lot of bonuses here, or a lot of penalties on it at least. Hit.
Get the damage. Lead by example. Get them still active on it.
I was
Yes.
double checking that it should still be applied. Yeah.
Okay, making sure because it does say it's applying. So
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Dinner Man. It was great having you. 23 points of damage. Okay.
all right.
Doesn't
because I
all
did
go
that-
through, you noticed.
Yeah. And that will swap me to the photon attunement, which probably won't all go through. So we'll see.
Unfortunately, that one is going to be a miss.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but fortunately it doesn't really matter because if only if both attacks fail to hit is when I become unattuned.
Okay. So yeah, you're
yeah.
just in photon attunement, and that brings us to Namiya.
All right. One overly sized bandage in hand. I shall apply it for one action.
Oh wait, let me make
Physics.
a flat check real quick because I got damaged.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is a critical. Okay. So I well, no, I don't make. I failed the flat check, so I remain confused.
You're just confused
Just
forever.
beautiful.
I wouldn't mind if you guys
Yes.
break it. I have other stuff I want to do.
But yes, one overly sized bandage will suddenly appear out of thin air on Zerx.
Uses
There
med
is-
patch tactical.
Here is for chat use. I should have done that first because the use action is there. Here is the healing for Zerx.
Ooh, good roll on the healing.
Damn good roll. Okay. But just in case, she'll pull out another overly sized bandage for her second action. And for her third action, she will also apply it again.
Okay.
You know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Make sure. And then plus 14, and that would be all 3 of my actions.
All right. All right. That brings us to Zerx.
Sorry, I had a thought right as it hit my turn. All right, you see Zerx just kind of come to and go, oh, those work well. It's a good idea. And I'm gonna use double draw to swap out the sword and the shield and whatever else is in my main set of hands.
I think it's just the sword
To
and the shield.
to also pull out 2 tactical med patches,
Ooh, one action. Very smart.
Wow.
and I'm gonna use them both.
Very nice.
Oh no!
Ooh, rough roll on the first one. Let's see if the second one's any better. There you go. Much better.
It's a little.
God.
All right, that is all 3 actions, which brings us back to Blitzwing. All right, we're going to start with the D20 roll. Let's see what we got. Ooh, that is a fail. So he switches his primary identity from Hothead to Coldheart, or vice versa. But he's not in Hothead or Coldheart. Interesting. So this might need an adjustment writing-wise. What I'm going to have it do is I'm going to have his identity shift again, and he is going to go to the blue face with a monocle. He's going to raise his cannon, his 0 cannon. That is enough out of you. And he is going to fire
How far away are
You?
He's 55 from me.
He's going to
60 feet?
fire
You should be within 60 feet of me.
a deep freeze at Lenny.
50 feet away from me.
So Blitzwing
If-
focuses a 0 cannon on a single foe. A single target within 40 feet attempts a save against the 0 cannon, as though in its area
okay, never mind.
effect. In addition to the usual effects, the target becomes slowed 1 for 1 round on a failure. So go ahead and give me a basic reflex save. You can just click in chat there.
Ooh.
Right, that is a failure. So, you get blasted by the 0 cannon. You take the cold damage as normal. Oh wait, actually, I forgot something. And this is very important. While the Cold Heart identity is in charge, Blitzwing gets a +2 bonus on attack rolls and save DCs. Which means that failure is actually a critical failure. Yeah, Get'em's been removed. So Larry, you become encased in ice. You are frozen solid. You cannot act. Your AC is 9. You have hardness 5, and you are immune to other cold effects, critical hits, and precision damage. This lasts until the end of his next turn, but if you are affected by a hostile action, it immediately ends after that action.
Okay.
So you're going to take double the cold damage there.
Ooh. All right.
As he freezes you in place. Then he turns, rounding on Laura, who's been untouched. He's going to swing at Laura. He's going to have a +2 on the strike due to the tactical, analytical Cold Heart being in charge.
Okay.
But, he gets a hit.
All right. Hit me.
Ooh, 32 points of damage.
All right. I got a reaction for that, by the way.
Ooh, okay. Let's see it.
I got damage. And I'm in my photon attunement right now.
Triggering
So he
creature
kinda
takes fire damage equal to half your level rounded up. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you got to click that fire damage so that way it generates as a damage effect.
Indeed.
All right. So fire roars from you, but he seems unaffected by it.
Ah, interesting. That's interesting because I almost would think he'd become weak to it in that form. He does seem a little cold-hearted, as you say.
All right. It is Lenny's turn, but he is frozen solid. So we're gonna go straight to Laura.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Does my shield still replenish its 4 hit points?
It would, yes.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So I did notice that he didn't take any damage from that. So here's what I would do: is I will check one thing. Right. Alright, so I am declaring I part of my Solarian thing, my Solarian arrangement is balanced. But I'm declaring that Graviton is actually my favorite combat
Okay.
one. So I will use Attune to switch to my favorite attunement
Okay.
in combat. because what it says is for the the feature specifically favorite atomic is both, but one choose which atomic you have outside of combat, which is photon, and which one is in combat. And as you can see, when I use the tune, I can select which one I want to be.
I dig it.
All right. Let's see here. I think second action. I'm gonna stride over to here, so I'm hopefully flanking with Zerk.
Yep, even though Zerx is on the ground, Zerx can still technically try to kick this thing. So that is a flank.
Yep. All right. And we're
I'm here to help.
Yay.
Before you make your strike.
Oh.
Wait! New plan!
Ooh,
Clicking attack roll.
roll
Oh,
twice.
All right, let's go. We'll go for a strike.
Good thing you're rolling twice.
Indeed. I'll just strike again.
Oh,
Oh,
my gosh.
that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
Oh,
Yeah.
man!
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that'll be
order.
all my actions though.
All right.
My new
Namiya, it
plan
is
was a little too
round
distracting.
6. This thing teeters on the brink of death. You have the opportunity to finish it off if you choose to do so.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I like to keep things short and sweet and small, so the shadows will unravel from around her and reveal her as she casts Vorthus's enjoyed new spell, courtesy of the Starfinder system, Eldritch Lance.
Okay. All right, you
We're gonna-
fire this lance of Eldritch Mind Assaulting Energy at the Blitzwing. And you get a natural 20, you bastard.
Nice!
Let's go.
Go ahead and roll damage.
That's so funny. Alright, so its regular damage is 12, so doubled would be the 24.
24, you see this lance strikes its head, and you see like one of the maybe eyes sort of crack, sparks flying from it, and the heads just suddenly start shifting one after one to the other. Just moving, talking too fast, shouting over each other as it staggers before it collapses to the ground.
I love it.
There is one or two abilities I did not get to show off. However, I think I've got a good idea of where this thing is, and I think we are ready to discuss it. However, this has already gone on for about an hour, and I feel like this is a lot to discuss. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the stream here. You're going to see our discussion on the Monster Monday video. So I want to thank everybody that came out, gave this a watch, whether it be on Twitch or on YouTube. We will be back again next week, maybe with this cast, maybe with some new folks, to test out another monster. And I want to mention, this is going to be releasing in March. And we're going to have a sort of a March of the Machines. It's going to be all robotic sort of Starfinder enemies for March.
Ooh.
But we'll catch you guys next time. So until then, stay safe, be good, and we'll see you around. Bye-bye.